Hello there, beautiful viewers. You welcome yet on this edition of Zstars, where we get to feature your favorite Zambian artist. And I'm a dope host today, Alex Trona. And my guest today in the studio is no other than Mr. Let's Make Magic, Drifter Trick. Let's get to make some magic just after this break. Chill. Oh yeah, welcome back. As I said in my preamble, I'll be having Drifter Trek, Mr. Let's Make Magic. But I think I've introduced him more. I want him to say it the way he says it. Good morning after what? Say it yourself, man.
It goes like, good morning, afternoon, evening,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Let's
talking
make
about.
magic.
Let's make magic.
Yeah, man.
How you doing, man?
I'm alright. I'm alright. Good COVID. So
Yeah. You're welcome.
yeah. It's good to be here. It's good to be here, man.
Otherwise, how have you been throughout this wave of the corona pandemic?
I've been alright.
Chill.
Yeah, I've been, social distancing, but I've been alright. We've been good, God is keeping us, and we're blessed.
Okay, that's great to know. Yeah. So, talking about Drifter Drake, who has come to be known as the most popular musician in Zambia.
Yeah.
Would you give us a quick throwback of where the Let's Make Magic came from, where the Drifter Drake came from?
That's like throwback zone.
Yeah.
So, okay, I've always had, a passion of music.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had the passion, and I've always had that thing of, I feel like I'm an artist even before I became an artist, So the time that I was, at school, the time that I was like really young, I used to actually, sing along or recite to, the hip hop songs that were actually there.
Yeah.
So yeah, remember a guy or floor. That was like I think my 2007, 2006. Yeah, so I was like, really young and so but again the time I went to like secondary school, that's when I like wrote my first verse, which was like extremely whack. but at that time it was really good, but when I think about it now, it was really whack, man. Yeah, I wrote it, and I developed the kind of interest of just, writing. And I went to high school, boarding school. You just know the influence with the guys and everything. So we started doing, ciphers and all, and there was a guy who had like a studio. So we started, recording some to my songs, and immediately I finished school. I took my music thing serious, man, and so
that's how it all started.
That's how it all started.
So, like, when you started, when was your first release of a song? And what?
My first song was Ndongo. I did a song called Ndongo.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like in 2015. And
you did attract any feature or you did alone?
First of all, that song I recorded it in Bowling. It's like a studio in Bowling. That's where I recorded it from first. So after I recorded that song, it got released and then never went anywhere. So I remember one day I took it on radio to a certain DJ, and then, because the guys were like, it's a hit, then you take it on radio, you give a DJ, guys, they listen to it, and then I don't know how that DJ was, man. I can't even remember the DJ, but I don't know if he was in love at that point. It was like, it was really crazy. And then you just know a thing where a DJ demoralizes you and you and then went back. Just, I went back to studio, started doing other songs. Then another producer again liked the song. So we made the song, still pushed the song, nothing happened. You know, I was like, the song is nice, but you know, I think whenever you've recorded a nice song, it hasn't gone anywhere.
But someone's giving you a negative vibe.
Yeah, and again, you're trying to how can I put? You're trying to record new stuff, but you're still going back to the same stuff. Whereby, if this song can blow, these other songs also are going to blow. You know what I mean? So till I met a producer called Silent Eraser. Yeah, I met Silent Eraser. He was like, okay, play me your stuff. Then I played him my stuff. Then he liked the same song again. I was like, I like this song. I'm like, everybody likes this song, but I don't know what song. Then he was like, let's redo the song. Let's redo everything. Okay. So that's how we did the instrumental. We had the instrumental, like, you know, we had a new instrumental. I had recorded the vocals again. I had to record the vocals again. And yeah, he remixed the song, and yeah, we took it out. And boom, man, people just
started loving the
song. And it just had a different vibe and a different feel. So yeah, that's how, you know, the song came about, and yeah, it became big, man.
But the time that DJ turned you down, you didn't look down upon yourself, like... No.
I did, man. I did. Because if there's something that an upcoming wants is support.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so there are certain people who, you know, when they tell you that they support you, it means a lot. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
For people like DJs, man, I feel like they play a very big role in the growth of an artist, you know. Because if 3 DJs or 4 DJs are going to say your song is whack, but yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
But you managed to rise up and produce something cool.
Yeah. But I managed, man, because it was that thing of, you know, it's either I continue with music. It's either I blow or I stop doing music. That was the thing. Not Ijakwati. It's either I blow or I stop.
You have a goal.
Yeah. So my goal is ifunga nje ni blow. Inyimbo ifunga nje ngathi za pita nivileka. Nzambo kama nje nati nezo nice akho mina khamba.
And that they paint a good picture.
Yeah. So I really pushed it hard, man.
Okay. Yeah. So talking about the few experiences you've had in the music industry.
Yeah.
How many artists have you worked with along with very well during your journey of till now, from then to now?
I've worked with a number of artists, man. I've worked with a number of them, you know, and it's been a good experience, you know, because working with different artists is, you know, tapping into a new fan base, obviously, or tapping into someone's fans.
Yes.
You know, tapping into new ears. You know, because I've got people who just listen to Drift the Check.
Yes.
So I want people who listen to for example, I want people who listen to J Cash to also listen to me.
Yeah.
I want people who listen to Makitu to also listen to me. Yeah. So I'm going to do a song with Makitu. I'm going to do a song with this guy. So yeah, that's how it is, man. But yeah, it's been a really good experience. You know, some of them I've worked with them, some of them I haven't. Some of them were almost about to collaborate, but we didn't. Maybe in the future. But yeah, I've worked with a number of them.
Though, have you had any challenges throughout your music? Any challenges? Because mostly music artists face various challenges. But how has it been for you?
Obviously every day, you know, every new day brings a new challenge. You get, but I've had a lot of challenges, man. A lot, you know, because I feel like my growth wasn't just boom, drift up with a scene, boom, you know. Even when I dropped my first song, even when it became big, it didn't just become big like just one day, you know. It was growing, you know what I mean. You'd find kuno nyimbo where you go to the other side of the country, they don't know it. You go back again, that's when they know it. You go to this. So, you know, it has been just me, it has been just like I need to prove to people that yes, I'm here to stay. I'm this guy that I should be on top. I deserve to be on top.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it has been that challenge, because up to now, you'd find, for example, I drop a song, you'd find from like 800 comments, 750 people will say this is a nice song, and 50 people will say it's a bad song. So I still have to prove to those 50 people saying it's a good song. So those are the challenges that I've been facing. But all in all, when it comes to the artists that I've worked with, and to many of the people that I've met, most of them show love, man.
Yeah.
But obviously not everybody's gonna love you, and yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, and talking about what's you on the music side, talking about the latest album you removed, well, the one you just recently removed, and this last year, right?
Yeah, Let's Make Magic.
Yeah, how was it? How was the feedback from the fans, from the fan base?
Actually, that's just a mixtape. Actually,
It's
not even an album. Yeah, it's just a mixtape. So. The goal for that song was for that mixtape, was I recorded a lot of songs during, that the last year quarantine period. I recorded a lot of songs, and I just told myself, I was like, hey, I've recorded these songs and they're really good. So what do I do? Let me just make a mixtape. Because an album is something that you said that, okay, from today till November, I'm recording an album. So even whatever you do needs to relate to the album. But for a mixtape, you just need to get songs that you haven't removed.
Oh.
You just put them together and say, oh, let me give my fans this. Okay. But it was, the response was overwhelming. It had songs like Chibiti, which featured Benachandanake, Dope Boys, and it's one of the biggest songs, that I ever dropped, and yeah, so the response was good, man.
Okay, because I was going through the social media feed, and I saw one of your posts where HH was rating your songs. Like, what a nice song. That's how I got to know that, okay, there's an album already out. Let me get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people actually mistake an album, in a mixtape. Yeah, but anyway, you can call it whatever you want. It's an album mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, we're just going to have a short break, then we'll come back.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome back. Still with Drifter Drake as we interacted. Hope you're following, man. Yeah. So going back.
Yeah.
Throughout the artists, the music you've produced, which track have you just not disliked? Okay, this track I can be hearing it every time and now and then. Which track has been on your number one, whether old or not? Which track?
That's a tricky question, man. That's a really, really tricky question.
Must be my favorites, or maybe you have one.
Actually, it's just the same as you're asking, for example, a parent saying, "Who's your favorite child?" Obviously, they're all your children, they're all your babies, but obviously, if you're gonna have a favorite, these are the songs, because actually people, how it is with fans, they're fans look at, for example, you'd look at me and say, okay, I feel maybe Drifter likes this song.
Yeah.
I feel like Drifter loves this song. And if I'm to say the song that I like, people might just say, what? This guy is confused, But obviously, my all-time favorite song is Ndongo. Because obviously that song, it's a song that I recorded 3 times, and I passed through a lot, for that song.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my favorite song, man.
And how have you handled the social media base, the fan base, the negativity and the critics from people which have been flowing? As we know Zambia the way it is.
Yeah. So I'm one of the artists that has a lot of critics, because the way I write my lyrics, I just do not, go on the mic and just, say whatever I want to say.
Yeah.
But I plan that, okay, so if I'm going to say this, fans will feel this type of way, and if I'm going to say this, they know it. So I know when I'm good. I know when people are going to start throwing, shade. I know. Whenever I drop a song, I know it, okay, right now, I'm going to receive some negative comments. I know. And I know that sometimes, I know that, okay, right now people are going to love this. And so, yeah, it's something that as an artist, you need to know, you need to know, and you need to not let it get to you, because if you know and if you plan your moves, it's just going to be like, it's part of the business, it's part of music. So yeah, that's how I handle the negativity. I know, so it doesn't get to me. Though sometimes I receive negativity or negative comments just from nowhere, man. Someone is just gonna send you a message, a long message, and we're like, but
what's up?
All I do is just make music, man. Why are you saying all these things? Sometimes it gets to me. Sometimes I just want to respond, in a harsh way, but
public figure, being a public figure, some limitations you could go.
Yeah, man.
So, given that that was his info, have you had any, not only to your fans, but to the people you work with around, your fellow musicians?
Yeah.
Have you had problems with them making music, or how?
Making music is never a problem for me. Making music is never a problem for me. But obviously, in the hip hop industry, everybody's, if I'm a rapper, I'm gonna call myself number one, and I'm gonna call myself the best. And if I'm gonna call myself the best, then I'm automatically calling you not the best, because if you're also a rapper. So obviously, whatever that you're gonna say, it's gonna offend someone who's also a rapper out there. So that's how it is. So obviously, I've done verses that other artists would think, okay, we want to get around if. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's part of the music industry, and it's just not even in the hip hop, even R&B artists. I'm so done. He thinks he can sing better.
Yeah,
guys, but yeah, that's how it is. So I don't get along with everybody, but I respect everybody who's in the industry, and I appreciate good music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
So, are you? You also say your label mostly has been with the Coppola Swag Music. Are you either signed with them, or you do features for them, or maybe a part of them? Which is which?
Okay. By now, obviously, everybody knows that I'm signed under Alpha Entertainment, also known as Coppola Swag, and yeah, I've been working with Coppola Swag for I think 4 years now.
3.
Yeah, and
it's been a journey.
Yeah, it has been quite a journey, and the good part is, most of the guys in the label are, hip hop artists. So, I love that competition that we always have. You know what I mean? If I listen to a Sheffy song, it's gonna make me want to write something better than what he's written. You know, if I listen to Makitu's song, I'd be like, okay, you know, I need to go in the studio, man. So yeah, I just love the competition which is there. So yeah, but I'm still working with, you know, Copa, that's why.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. Besides the other music which you've produced, do they either write for you or you write for yourself as a songwriter? And have you tried producing for yourself without any other DJs?
I write my own music, you know. Obviously there are people who might come, mostly are like singers, you know. For example, if I'm doing a song with, you know, an R&B artist, for example, maybe FJ, or maybe I've done a song with Kekero, you know, I would go there with my idea and say, okay, I've got this idea. How can we do about it? We'd find, because guy, my singers now I'm go creative. Find BGD for fuck a chorus, you know, and I write my verses. But most of the times I write my own music. You know, I write my own music.
And your new hit song, the one you moved with Nandi, if I'm not mistaken.
With who?
I don't know, it's Nandi K.
Nah, man.
What's the name? But there's a hit song you've produced recently called I don't know if it's Selako.
Oh, it's medley, man.
It's medley.
Yeah, not Nandi.
All right.
Yeah, it's medley.
My bad.
Yeah. So I've got a new song actually. It features Steve-O, J Cash, and a new guy called Medley. It's called Selako.
They all contributed to the writing of the song.
Yeah, obviously, man. So what happened was we worked on the hook, you know, with Medley. You know, worked on the hook. The hook was done, sent it over to the guys. You know, they wrote their verses, sent them through. We actually sent it to them. I actually sent it to them in, I think, November or something. You know, then they were like, obviously it was a festive season, so I was just like, you know what, guys, I need these verses in January.
Okay.
So yeah.
So it was the thing for which you've removed in the. It's a past project.
Yeah, man. All the projects that people remove are past projects, man.
So man, just thought it was just a recent removal, like okay, it has been dropped.
Yeah. So what happens is, for example, these movies that you watch.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna watch a movie, a 2021 movie, which was filmed in 2018. But the moment you release it in 2021, it's a 2021 movie. Because obviously, the song that I'm going to record now, I might drop it maybe in October. So it's going to be an October song. It's not going to be a January song. So that's how it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So throughout the music industry, what achievements have you had?
Personally, the biggest achievement is, you know, my brand, man, and where it is right now, you know, because I remember 5 years ago, man, I was just this guy who wasn't noticed, and it was really hard for me to promote my stuff, you know, and throughout the years and the work that I've, you know, put in, you know, it's, you know, reached me where I am now. You know what I mean? So that's the great, because the things that I've achieved, for example, say, no, I got this, I bought that, you know, those are just things that, you know, those are just temporary things, you know what I mean? But an achievement should be what you're really proud of, and what I'm really proud of is actually myself and where I am now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, man.
So, like, how are you working around throughout this pandemic of the COVID-19? Most businesses have been disturbed. So, how are you working around with it before we close?
This pandemic, if an artist is going to say that things are moving okay, then I think Nijanama. But we're trying, man. We're trying. we're trying to sell music. We're trying to, find ways in which artists can actually be performing without, performing whilst we are still in this quarantine period or this COVID-19 period.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been crazy, and the thing is, it's affecting everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, we just pray that, it all comes to an end, and yeah, we get back to our normal lives, man. Because, my mask, yeah.
So we're gonna go for a short break. Yeah, stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Yeah, still on the show with Drifter Trade. Hope you're watching. Yeah. So, what if I may ask, what single mistake have you seen in upcomers, which you could point out and encourage them?
The first mistake or the biggest mistake that I would say upcomers, do is approach. Approach really matters, man. The way that you're gonna approach me, is the way that I'm gonna treat you, will determine the way that I'm gonna treat you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there are people who I've worked with just because of their approach, I like your approach, that will just get my attention to just even listen to what you do. You know what I mean? You'd find someone has gotten my number from someone, and then they want me to listen to their stuff on WhatsApp. Maybe they want to send me their stuff or something.
Exactly.
You just find a message, hi, na manyimbo ya 12.
You're like, what's this? Yeah. How come?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you'd find maybe, download my stuff. You know what I mean? How am I going to download your stuff? I don't know you. You know what I mean? So approach really, really matters, man.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
At the end of the day, because I have numbers of people that I still haven't called till now, because I'm still finding a way to how to approach them. How am I going to talk to them? You know what I mean? Because I know that immediately I make a simple mistake with Amontazano on the ram. You know what I mean? So approach really matters, man. Because even when it comes to, for example, radio DJs or club DJs, you can't just send them
your music,
a song. They don't know you. You can't introduce yourself. Nothing. You know what I mean? You can't just, so it's really, it really determines how much. Yeah. So that's the mistake that I think, these guys really make.
Yes. Okay. So, and looking at yourself as an artist in Zambia, what do we expect as we begin 2021? What have you outlined for your time management? What do we expect from Drifter Trek?
Age 2021. Obviously, the plans that were made last year.
Yeah.
Before we got into 2021, and unfortunately, there's still this pandemic that's really going to disturb our plans, But all in all, man, we still gonna have new projects. We still gonna have new videos. We still have, certain events that are planned, and certain people that we're planning to work with, within and outside the country. So yeah, man, God willing, and if all just goes back to normal, man, we can, start to
resume the works you've outlined for this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we wind up, what motivation could you give to the young youths who are aspiring to be like you, or maybe the coming up to the music industry? They just, as I earlier alluded to, as upcomers, what motivation can you give to them? according to your point of view and your experience you've had?
So if you want to make it in music, actually, you need to understand where you are. You know, you need to understand sound. You know, you need to have the right producer who you know that, okay, this person, you know, I can actually work with this person. And, exactly. You know what I mean? You just go to any studio you find, you bring a song. You know, so you need to know the producer who you're going to work with, and you don't need to rest until you make it. You know, you don't need to rest, man. You just need to push, and so hard work, man. Exactly. And hard work beats talent. That's one thing. So you're super talented. This person can sing, but woman time change, but okay. But how are you gonna make it, man? How are you gonna make it if you do not push? So just push, and it all works out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before we close, just one thing before we close. Is it that radio DJs tend to turn down some offers for music artists because depending on what they've seen in the artist, or maybe they just get it all and try to support? On your side, how is it? On DJs with the radio DJs.
Depending on how wacky your song is. But obviously, man, if your song is good, it's good. You know, and if it's your time, it's your time, man. Okay. So, when you know, because as an artist, the talent that you have is knowing. You also, you know, that's also one of the talents that you have. You need to know. You need to know that this is a good song. You need to know that people will love this song.
Exactly.
The moment that you don't know, but you are convincing yourself that it's a good song. So you need to know what a good song is, what a hit song is. You need to know. So that when you're taking it to radio, even when a radio DJ is saying that this song wasn't mastered properly, are your speakers okay? You know what I mean? You are asking them. You know what I mean? You're challenging them because
of the hard work you've put.
Because they will look at you and you know what I mean? When someone's saying magita si anamvegeza kilina chema tu magita you know, so you need to know, man. You need to know. The moment that you know, even when you're pushing your projects, you're pushing your music, you know, you're confident. You know what I mean? You're going to be confident. Uperekera muntu CD or flash or something. Vela nyimbo ni kari, you know, even if not that inveka branch. How are you going to ask someone inveka branch when it's you know? What are you going to do?
Nothing.
So
So where can they find your latest jam, the one you produced with
so my new single is on actually all the platforms.
No streams?
Afrofire, Zambian Music, blogging, Dimba, my YouTube channel, just everywhere, man. My Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Yeah, man. So you can check it out. It's actually a really, really good song. It's a hip hop song, you know. So flow, but it's a really good song, man.
You guys check it out.
And
so it was a pleasure having you today on the show.
Man.
Out of your busy schedule, you decided to come through the studios.
Really good to be here, man.
Hope you have a happy 2021. And hope to work with you on several projects.
All
right. And to the viewers, it's goodbye and God bless you all.